1, 2K Sports brings you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr as we get set to bring you all the action. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. First for Los Angeles, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. A big game for this young man making his NBA debut. And it's Marcus Morris, and it's Batum in at the 4 slot. And looking at the Timberwolves,
you know, for so long the Clippers were on the bottom rung of the ladder in the West, almost were a joke in the conference, but their fortunes have changed dramatically in the past few years, and now they're a team that's respected and feared.
So the Timberwolves win the tip. Here's Beverly. There's a screen. Dishes to Russell. To the middle. Batum with the steal. And George, here we go. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk, Clark, coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Batum brings the double team. Morris. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Minnesota with the ball. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. Well, Clark, you said the Clippers have really flipped the Western Conference upside down over the last few years. And you're right, they have done it with, you know, Steve, style, to say the least. You know, they've got now also a very deep team.
Well, a 35-17 record against the West was enough to secure them their division and advantage in the first round. You have to remember, too, that they were without some of their big stars last season, so if they can stay healthy and really take advantage of what they have, this could be a lot of fun.
Now it's sent it down to Doris Burke, who is able to catch up with Coach Doc Rivers.
Yes, Kevin, and he said their preparation for this game was all about defense. Going up against one of the premier offensive teams in the NBA, he said, listen, it's a challenge that we need to embrace. Nobody can do it by themselves. It's got to be a collective effort. Guys, we'll see if they can put the brakes on this high-scoring team. It's never easy.
All right, Doris, Stephen Clark, what's your take on Coach's strategy here?
Well, I think he's got the primary focus right where it should be, on aggressive defense, getting stops, and trying to seize control of this game at that end of the floor.
Well, another way to say it, guys, is fighting fire with fire. High-powered offense against high-powered, intense defense.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Paul George making his last shot. Passes it to Edwards. Kicks it to Beverly. Six to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. The second chance effort. Morris with the rebound.
Certainly not the dream start they were hoping for, going 1 for 4 early.
They set the pick. Here's Russell. Another miss by Minnesota.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
And George, here we go. And they're going to pop the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And offensively, Kevin, he's got a lot he can bring to the table, given the situation. You know, he can give you 20-plus without showing you the same move twice. And it's that varied offensive game that really keeps defenses off balance.
And he also loves to jump into the passing lanes and pick you off. And he likes to shoot the gap. It backfires on occasion, but like a great base runner, He seems to pick his spots pretty well. You know, the Wolves were devastated by injuries last year, guys, but they still did all right up here in Minneapolis. 20-21 at home, not great, but considering the injuries, a pretty solid home record. The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in the movie theater. It gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Now, here's Batum. And there's Paul George on the assist by Batum. That's now 8 points for Paul George. And back to Minnesota, they were a sneaky pick to get into the playoffs at the beginning of last year, but so much can change in the course of the season, Steve, namely injuries for the Timberwolves.
No doubt. You know, Kevin Love going down, I mean, that hurt them. Ricky Rubio in and out of the lineup. But there's no question when you look at the roster, some of the moves they made in the offseason, this is a pretty talented team. Very positive opening quarter for them. The shots have been falling.
You know, the shooting percentage would be nice if it stayed right there, but that's going to be tough to do.
Here is Edwards. He dishes it to Russell. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Russell's got 5 now.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Jackson with it. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. George. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
And Beverly kicks to Russell. Jumper, the screen, and again it's Minnesota converted.
When he came off that screen, the defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Now here's Batum. Feeds it to Jackson. And the layup falls. Jackson's got his first points of the game.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. Timberwolves trailed by 6. Outside, Russell. A step back shot here. Again, Russell missing.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
And the Clippers making a change here. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Guys, they're really passing the ball well here in the first half.
You know, one other thing that's clear is how well they're burying their jump shots here in the early going.
Here is Edwards. Outside, Russell. From deep. Good on the shot. Russell's got 10.
He's really stepped it up this year. Looks like he's determined to get them out of this hole all by himself.
Outside, Batum. Jackson gets the bucket.
The shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
Russell passes to Edwards. Number 32. From 6 feet out, he nails it.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play.
Now here's Jackson. 5 points in the game. George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th assist in this one.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 10. Number 32. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Clippers leading by 7. Outside Jackson. George. Over by Beasley. Covington. Off target with his 3. Minnesota's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. A drive by Russell. Misses the layup. And here are the Clippers now. Jackson dishes to Batum. Jackson kicks to George. Jackson. For 3. Gets the bucket. Jackson's got 8.
Boy, Kevin, I like the way they've come out here. I mean, they're shooting it well and with confidence from outside. Just a good, strong start for them.
1:57 left in the first quarter. Minnesota calls timeout. Boy, it really does come down to confidence sometimes, doesn't it?
Boy, Kevin, you said a mouthful there. Confidence, such a thin line, because when you're confident, when you're feeling it, then you tend to knock shots down comfortably. But when it's the opposite, then you start thinking about it, and that's no way to play the game.
Things run haywire then.
Yeah, exactly.
Los Angeles making a switch here.
Get open, get open.
1:53 left to play here in the first. He kicks it to Beasley. And Kavanaugh is fouled. He's going to the line for one more.
I'll tell you what I love about him, his ability to finish even while absorbing contact. He is so strong, even with defenders hanging all over him. He continues to finish at the basket.
And, you know, he is an extremely skilled player attacking off the dribble, too. I mean, he's got a great pull-up jumper as well, Steve. You know, you go through the regular season, guys, and set all sorts of records for your franchise and wins and winning streaks and all that. You win your division for the first time ever, your first 50-win season, and what do you get for it? Bounced in the first round of the playoffs. It's still progress, though, and I think the Clippers will use that for motivation this season.
Banked in off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 9.
I don't know how they're going to keep this pace up. Both teams on fire here early.
And playing the game on rollerblades, too.
Goes up on the high post. Misses off the right eye. Clark, as you said, the Clippers got up 2-zip on the Grizzlies, but all of a sudden it came to a crashing halt. And Steve, they dropped 4 consecutive games, and just like that, we're out of the postseason.
Yeah, injuries played a part. Blake Griffin sprained his ankle, but I think the Clippers were exposed a little bit too. They're limited offensively on the front line. Maybe not quite enough shooting, but that's why they made the moves in the offseason. And they're looking to pick up and make some improvement in that regard.
And so it's Minnesota with it after the basket by Los Angeles. Number 3. And he's good on that 3-ball.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
36 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Throws it down despite the man right in his face. A chance here for a three-point play.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
And the free throw, no good. Timberwolves trail by 10. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Prince. And he converts the layup. Prince has got his first bucket in this one.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you got to continue to go to the well.
Pass to man. Number 4. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Clippers lead by 8. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
And I like what they've done offensively, really attacking the rim, getting a lot of points in the paint.
And guys, they've been the aggressor early. I mean, attacking the hoop and getting into the paint, that can make the game really easy for you.
And here is Los Angeles now. They've led by as many as 11 points. The pass to man. Covington. He passes it to man. Just 4 to shoot. Lets it go from 11. Misses off the left eye.
Boy, he had a good look at that one. You hate to miss that shot.
Number 20, defended by man. Here's Reed. And it's off from three-point range. Clippers leading by 8. Passes it to man. Here's Hood, guarded by Prince. Hood, the pass to man. The Clippers rebound. Rejected by Reed. They retain possession. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. There's the pick. Number 20, defended by Hood. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. 6 points for him.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate. You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
Covington, guarded by Prince. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. They set the screen. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
I like that. Attack and create the contact.
Very nearly had an and-one opportunity there. Good aggressive move.
The Clippers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. First one falls for it. And the Clippers making a switch here. All free throws good from Hood. Here's Beverly. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. The putback.
That is a booming putback. Step aside, fellas.
They wanted nothing to do with him there.
At least not with the ball in his hands and the rim in sight.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Pass to man. There's the dish to Morris. Shot clock at 5. 18 feet out. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect them to miss there.
And there's the pass to Reed. Number 9, defended by Mann. Number 9. That one goes. Covered. And now just a 5-point Los Angeles lead. LA has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Number 7 gets to the corner and buries it. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
Passes to Reed. Number 8. And again, it's Minnesota converted.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
Clippers leading by 5. There's the feed to Morris. Unloads. Misses the chippy right there.
I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
He feeds it to Beverly. 6 on the shot clock. Morris with the rebound. The Clippers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Hood. Pass to Mann. Takes a 3. And that one's good.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Minnesota with the ball. Trailing here by 8. Minnesota calls timeout. At this point of the game, always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the game plan, these players are getting a much-needed chance to rehydrate and refuel with Gatorade. And guys, we know the drill well, all 3 of us drinking the Gatorade too.
Yeah, no question. I mean, Kevin, people have no idea the fatigue that can set in during a telecast. And so it's important for us to stay hydrated all game long.
Clark, you're always hydrated.
Yeah, I try to be, but it's usually with a combination of H2O and Gatorade.
I love Gatorade. Look at Steve, got the Gatorade shirt on.
Yeah, he's really immersed in the Gatorade.
Yeah, gotta love it.
And Minnesota has possession after the three-pointer from Mann. That's good.
And defense just couldn't get a hand in his face. Couldn't challenge the shot.
Yeah, made his height advantage count that time.
Outside Jackson. They get it back. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. And the Clippers lead by 8.
Things have changed a little bit here in the second quarter, guys, and we're seeing them start to convert a lot of second chance opportunities.
Yeah, and I'm sure the coach has to be happy about this. I mean, the hustle underneath is paying off in a big way.
Number 32. And a miss there on the triple.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Dishes to Jackson. And another 3 for the Clippers.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Timberwolves have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Number 32. And that one is fouled hard.
We didn't see too many plays like that when they were digging this hole for themselves.
Maybe they'll start making up for it now.
It's all about effort and energy and anticipation, and they're finally getting some of that.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
How about that play? Great body control. Still manages to finish the play despite the contact.
You know, when that whistle blows, you're not done. Get greedy and find a way to knock it down.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Russell's checked in.
Well, there's plenty to like about him as a player, but one thing that really stands out is the quick trigger. He can catch the ball in space, defenders all over him, but in an instant, lets that shot go, and he is accurate.
And I know he's a fan favorite because he can catch fire immediately at any point in the ball game and just start pouring it in from all over the place.
Now, here's Russell. 10 points for him. And that one's good. Now Jackson. Outside, George. Back to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Number 40. He's guarded by Russell. That's good. 6 points for him.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
Here is Edwards. To the inside. Number 32. Great D that time for Morris.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
Batum for 3. That's good. And the Clippers lead by 15.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
And Beverly kicks to Russell. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will come the other way. Now, here is Morris. Edwards defending. And Batum kicks to Jackson. He dishes it to George. Shoots. No good there off the double clutch. Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Still good. No time at all on that one. Russell's got 14 points.
They slowed down casting those triples here in the second.
I'd actually like to see them go back outside, Clark, because they had a good flow, good pace here early on.
That's basketball 101, guys. I mean, elementary. Use the screen to free yourself and then take it straight to the rack.
Yeah, very nice set play for him.
Well, that's using your head and using your body.
We've got 28 seconds left here in the second.
Get outside, get outside.
Number 8. They get the rebound. Number 32. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on George.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
The Timberwolves shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. First free throw is good. And the Clippers making a switch here. Both good from the line that time.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
The fadeaway. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so we conclude the first half. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 13. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Well, it's halftime on 2K Sports. This is Dave and Bruce. Let's get right to the first half breakdown. The Los Angeles Clippers in front against the Timberwolves at Target Center. They've been having their way inside. A huge lead when it comes to points in the paint, making it very hard to defend against them. An unbelievable half from Paul George. His shooting percentage off the charts right now. He's got the magic touch from the field, no question about it. Not the same story, though, for the Timberwolves. Hard to find a lot to like about their performance so far. They'll need to pay much better attention in the second half to the details. The details. That's it for now. Thanks for stopping in with us. It's time to head back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, who are all ready with the call for the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. We're seeing a tremendous game from Paul George.
Well, when he gets to the rim, I mean, you know he's going to score. That's just the way it is, and he's been getting there a lot so far today.
And, Steve, he's been operating at extremely close range, and D has to do a much better job of protecting the basket the rest of the way.
Timberwolves trailed by 13. The drive by Russell. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The Timberwolves have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
About a year ago, they converted about 78% of their free throws as a team. So pretty solid there.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for him. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
The first free throw is good. And so Russell hits them both. Clippers leading by 11. And here's George. Outside Jackson. Back to George. Rockets hits. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And you can feel the pattern of this game, guys. They're working it inside, dominating in the paint, getting good shots at will.
Well, 4 of their last 5 baskets, guys, have been of exactly that variety.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game. And that one misses. Minnesota's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Kicks to Beverly. Timberwolves passing it around. Feeds it to Russell. Let's go. The good-looking shot from the wing. Russell's got 18 points in the game.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Little over a minute gone in the second half. Jackson kicks to George. He passes to Morris. Back to George. 13 feet away. And the shot is good. He's got 8.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Here's Beverly. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. 5 on the clock. Edwards passes to Beverly. The shot. Edwards. Second chance shot. And that one's good.
He's very savvy in traffic. When he gets inside, has a kind of an uncanny way of shielding himself from contact and finding a way to finish at the rim.
And he gives them a terrific option in the low post every time down the court. Even with multiple defenders around him, he knows how to create a shot for himself.
Gets it to go.
Shaky defense down low again. It's been a mismatch in the paint.
I'm sure they didn't go into this one expecting to get battered like they have inside.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Well, just too many easy buckets, you know, in and around the paint. So he wants to put a stop to it. This timeout is going to be used to try to tighten up the defense.
Guys, at this level, they won't miss often if you keep giving up looks inside, and they're paying for that right now. Good timeout here.
Stolen by Jackson. George with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. And George, here we go. Again, the Clippers.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Here is Edwards. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Back to Russell. 6 to shoot. No problem back in the middle. Russell's got 20.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Russell against George. Left side Jackson. Shot off the pick. Hits the bucket. Jackson's got 13 points.
Well, it wasn't a textbook pick, but he still managed to score. Good concentration on the finish.
Edwards with it. Outside Russell. It's up a 3. Gets it to go. Russell's got 9 points here in the second half.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Clippers leading by 12. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. The shot by George, no good. Timberwolves have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Here's Beverly, and it's blocked by Morris. Now, here is George. He's got 22. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Russell. Back to George. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
And the Clippers making a change here. Minnesota with the ball. A 12-point game. He kicks to Russell. There's the 3. And that's Prince. That's on the assist by Russell. 8 points for Prince.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Clippers leading by 9. Jackson kicks to George. Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Covington brings the three-pointer.
I thought the defense really kind of slacked off there. He's going to drill those threes when he gets a good look.
Now Russell. 23 points in the game. Prince with a screen on George. Russell no look.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
Jackson kicks to Morris. And deals the rejection. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. And the Clippers making a change here. And here is Los Angeles now. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Really an extraordinary game for George. 22 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now, his outside stroke has looked really good today.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Los Angeles.
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half has carried right over into the second.
Well, it's been a super performance from beyond the arc, too. I mean, they've been raining in those threes.
And he knocks down the first one. George drops them both. Timberwolves trailed by 14. Outside, Russell. From past the arc. Again, Russell missing. LA has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Back to Jackson. Number 40. No good. Nice D from Russell. Minnesota's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Jackson drives in. Gets it alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. He's got 12.
You can't let someone of his skill go unbodied at the rim like that. Box him out. Get him away from the basket. He'll make you pay with tip-ins like you just saw.
Minnesota with the ball. They trail by 16. Russell with the bucket.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. And here's George. He's got 24. Batum, guarded by Prince. The three from George. Minnesota with the rebound.
Well, eventually he'll start knocking those down. Again, he did make 2 in the first half.
Here is Edwards. Russell kicks to Prince. Back to Russell. Just 5 on the clock. Prince tries again. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
Los Angeles making a switch here. The Timberwolves have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. And the free throw, no good. Clippers leading by 12. Here's the screen. Good. 14 points for him. 1:33 left to play in the third. Here's Beverly. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Pass to Prince. This one for 3. Gets it to go. .115 left in the third. Outside Jackson. Left side Jackson. Another one falls for the Clippers.
And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Beasley outside. They set the pick. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. 6 on the shot clock. And it's good. Through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
What a play. The hoop plus the harm.
Excellent concentration on the finish. That's big time.
And the Clippers making a change here. The Timberwolves have shot 6 of 7 at the line. And it's the Clippers with the ball. At one point, they led by 16. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Beverly. Now the dish to Morris. Backing down. Gets it to go. Morris has got 7 points in the game.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball. Really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get it. I mean, they're hitting their shots.
For 3, Beasley. Reed. The tip in on the offensive rebound.
And that's a really deft touch right there, guys.
And he just guided that ball back up and in. You know, Clark, just a fingertip touch on the ball.
Really well done. Yeah, you don't need to catch it and gather and try to go back up if you've got that type of angle, and he really took advantage.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Clippers lead by 12. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Timberwolves trail by 12. Here's Beverly. There's the pick. Lets it go with the 3. And the basket good. Beverly's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Minnesota. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Man, by Beasley. And the pass to Morris. Morris off the pick from Batum. Morris, no good.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Pass to Beverly. All sorts of time. And again, it's Minnesota.
You know, tired legs can affect you at the defensive end, and I think that's what's happening right here.
I agree, because as much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Morris. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Here's Beverly. Edwards with the screen. Here's Beverly. And too long on the shot. Batum passes to man. Back to Batum. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. The feed now to Morris. 18 feet out. And he hits the jump shot. And now it's an 11-point Clipper lead.
They're earning their points with the jump shot now.
Yeah, 6 of their last 10 points coming in that in-between range.
For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And Beverly kicks to Edwards. Can't hit. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Outside, Batum. He feeds it to Morris. Fires it up. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Edwards passes to Beverly. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
He has not been on his game, and you know, their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation.
Batum with the ball. Pass to man. Fires the 3. There's the bucket. Good. And the Clippers lead by 14. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Edwards. The shot goes in as the ref calls the blocking foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
They think that kind of defense is going to get it done against him. They're mistaken.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Now, here is George. Dishes it to Jackson. Back to George. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. from about 19 feet. And that one hits back iron. Timberwolves trail by 11. Back to Russell. He dishes it to Beverly. Kicks it to Russell. And the lead is down inside single digits. Russell's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Clippers leading by 9. Jackson kicks to George. Baseline try. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. That free throw good from George. And Minnesota has possession. A 12-point game. And Beverly kicks to Russell. Here's Beverly. Shoots the three. That's good. Beverly's got 8 points in the quarter. The Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. George dishes to Jackson. Feeds to Morris. Three-pointer. And it's good. Morris has got 9 points now in just the second half.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Timberwolves trail by 12. Outside, Russell. He passes to Beverly. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Clippers have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Jackson gets the bucket.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Minnesota's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Takes the three. Rebound by the Clippers. Back to George. Lets it go from deep. The shot is off. The Timberwolves shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. And trial by Russell. They're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity. Clark could chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense, as good a job offensively as we saw, the defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
He did not look too happy about some of the things he saw on the court. So I would expect some changes here.
I think it's the right move, quite honestly. I mean, they just didn't look sharp or at their best out there. So take the timeout and give yourself a chance to regroup.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. His advice clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
All right, Doris. Here's George. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. That free throw good from George. Here is Russell. Minnesota calls timeout. Here is Edwards. He kicks it to Beverly. For the three. And that one's good. Beverly's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Well, it's been a tale of two halves, hasn't it, guys? After a terrible first half, he's really picking it up.
Here's George. Clark, if they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Amen. I think that's the best option.
That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Pass to Jackson. Back to George. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Way too loose on that inbounds pass.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Batum's checked in. Timberwolves trail by 12. Back to Russell. The pass to Edwards. 6 to shoot. Number 32. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Textbook. Like this pass, the catch, beautiful finish.
Boy, it's been a tough go in terms of fouls for him. And my goodness, he can't stay out of the way of foul.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Batum on the pick for Morris. And Batum gets to George. Uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 32 points.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Beverly, the pass to Russell. And again, it's Minnesota converted.
Hey, he's had an excellent game, and they're going to have to continue to rely on him if they're going to come back.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And the Timberwolves call time. They're trailing by 10. We've got 1:23 left to play in the final quarter. Timberwolves trail by 10. Edwards passes to Russell. Now Edwards. Defended by George. And the basket is good. Back to go through on the contact. So a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Clippers leading by 7. Now Batum. George. He's guarded by Russell. The dish to Jackson. Fires the three. And that one's good.
A serious game-clinching run. They've taken off here. Impressive.
No backing off. What a surge at the right time.
59 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Back to Russell. Here's the three. And George with the block. Batum dishes to Jackson. Outside, George. Back to Jackson. Passes it to George. The jump hook. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time.
Well, the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way their home team played here today.
And they shouldn't be pleased. I mean, it's a very well-deserved win, Steve. They came into this building and weren't intimidated at all. They were the aggressors.
And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Well, it's a wrap, fellas. No way you come back in this one.
Not anymore. Any chance of that happening went out the window a while ago.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And that one misses. Timberwolves shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Pass to Reed. Can they get it? Rebounded by Hood. And here's Jackson. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Steve, and Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George.